Welcome to part 3 of the CSDE Needs Assessment Toolkit, Brainstorm Contributing Factors. This toolkit is designed to guide districts and schools through the process of deeply examining evidence to determine the priority concerns, understand the contributing factors, and uncover root causes. The use of this toolkit can help your team align the work to the needs of your community and leverage the strengths of your organization in order to support equitable outcomes for students.
In this video, we will look more closely at Step 3, Brainstorm Contributing Factors. To determine the needs of your learning community, your team has gathered and analyzed evidence about teaching, learning, behavior, initiatives, and the impact on outcomes for students in the community. This analysis has helped the team identify priority concerns. Once you have identified the challenges at your school or district, now you are ready to more deeply examine each challenge to determine the best way to address or eliminate it and break down the barriers to success for students. This begins with understanding the contributing factors, the focus of Step 3 in the Needs Assessment Toolkit. In this video, we will begin by considering who should be at the table for this work. Then, the conditions for brainstorming will be identified, including the norms that set the stage for the team. And finally, we will introduce 3 brainstorming protocols that your team may employ to identify contributing factors.
In the video, An Introduction to the Needs Assessment Toolkit, we address the importance of bringing together stakeholders with different perspectives to this process. Now that the team has identified priority concerns, it's time to re-examine the composition of the team and consider if additional voices are needed to address the challenges. It's a step towards equity when those most impacted by the challenge or problem need to be a part of the work to find solutions and create change within the learning community. You can strategically invite additional members to the team or convey targeted focus groups to understand specific perspectives and include those impacted in the work of identifying contributing factors, determine a root cause, and considering action steps that will address a root cause. For example, if boys of color in grade 8 are performing significantly lower on end-of-unit assessments, the team might bring together a group of boys of color from grade 8 to gain insights and understanding of what is working and what the barriers of success are for this group of students, individually and collectively. Remember, the team can be expanded to include more voices, or the team can strategically include small groups in the work to assure that affected stakeholders have a voice in the work.
Now let's consider the conditions that set the team up for effective brainstorming. First, as we said previously, invite a variety of stakeholders to the table and encourage everyone's voice. Having many perspectives will make the ideas and brainstorming richer with deeper insights. Set norms that allow everyone to step out of the box and think about the challenge in new ways. Here are rules for brainstorming included in the toolkit that will create a landscape for rich brainstorming. Leaders of the work should consider how, as a facilitator, you will ensure that all voices and perspectives are heard and contributing to the understanding of the factors that impact the challenges.
Now that the team includes those that are impacted by the challenge and the conditions are set, the toolkit provides protocols for engaging in brainstorming. Protocols give structure to the process. These protocols are designed with steps and opportunities for sharing to empower all members of the group and avoid group think that can be limiting, preventing the group from considering powerful factors that impact outcomes. The first protocol starts with a fact-based, data-driven challenge that was identified through the analysis of the evidence. Everyone has an opportunity to brainstorm, share ideas, and then categorize. If a factor is outside of the school's control, it is moved aside and then everyone prioritizes the factors of the challenge.
The next protocol, step-ladder brainstorming, is a protocol that avoids groupthink and honors everyone's voice. After all members of the group have shared and discussed, the team can come to a consensus about the most impactful factors that contribute to the organization's priorities.
The third protocol, 323 brainwriting, is a way for participants to offer suggestions and encourages considerations of others' ideas. The strength of this protocol is everyone has a chance to write down their ideas and use the ideas of others to spur on additional thinking.
All 3 protocols do not need to be used for determining factors to challenges. The facilitator should choose 1 or 2 protocols that will fit the needs of the group or the problem. in order to promote expanded thinking about factors contributing to the identified challenge. Revisiting a challenge with a second protocol may create additional thinking and ideas that move beyond the initial thoughts and reactions.
In this video, we shared the conditions and protocols for powerful brainstorming of contributing factors that impact the challenges to a school or a district. Once you have determined contributing factors, the team is ready to examine these factors more closely and determine a root cause to the challenge. See Part 4, Find a Root Cause, to continue the needs assessment work.